everybody, I have missed you guys and it has been such a long time since I have done a video, but I wanted to come on and first of all say I miss you guys. We got a lot to catch up on, don't we? So first of all, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, hit that button. And I wanted to come on really quickly and say I have been seeing so many comments. We are season 10? Season 10, and a lot has transpired. We have lost Karen. Karen has moved to Grace Lawn Memorial. That's just what I call it. She out there in Seattle, Washington with Erin and her baby, and she is living her best life. Sabrina is in a coma, I believe, and that is her exit out of the show. So we have lost Novi, who plays Sabrina, and we have lost Ebony, who plays Karen. They are no longer the sisters on the show. And entering in is Andy's sister and the other lady, I forget her name. Y'all drop her name in the comments for me, please. Thank you so much. But I've been seeing several comments of people asking, what is it about Danni that this cop is so enamored by? Why won't he just leave her alone? And I want to say something about that, and I want you guys to go with me really quickly and let me know what you guys think in the comments. And for the backstory, Danni was assaulted yet again, and this time it was by a cop. She messed with him, she slept with him, they slept together, and she told him that she didn't want to see him anymore. He did not like that, and ever since then, he will not leave her alone. So I've been seeing several comments on Twitter, TikTok, and even Facebook, and they are like, what is it about that? Why won't he just leave her alone? And I want to say something about that. This is a man in power. He is a cop, which gives him quote unquote power, so he thinks. And she is a woman. In his mind, she's weaker, quote unquote. And she, in his mind, who is a weaker person, told him no. That's why he won't leave her alone, because she told him no. Men like that, who are in power, who has a position of power, who says no to them and maintains said no, they don't like to be told no. Who feels like they can do whatever they want, move however they want. She took his power away when she said no. And she beat him up in her house. He feels like I can move however I want. I'm a cop. I have the power. I can say and do whatever I want. And you can't tell me no. And she told him no. So that's why. That's why he won't leave her alone. Let me know. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because men like this cop, they thrive on power. And think about it. He's a cop. He's a cop. And cops typically are in power. They are in power. They do the arresting. They do the arresting. They feel like they are quote unquote above the law. No one can do anything to them. They feel like they are invincible. They feel like, who gonna check me, boo, right? And the fact that Danni told him no, and not only did she tell him no, she told him no, she also beat him up, right? She beat him up, she told him no, and there's a sick and twisted side of him that got a kick out of that. You're not going to tell me that this was his first rodeo. Something tells me that this is serial. Something tells me, and again, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Something tells me that this is serial. We can tell because of how he stormed back over there in his uniform, knocking on her door. Danni, open this door. Open this door. She wasn't there, so he called. And I'm specifically talking about this one scene in the last episode where he called. She didn't answer the phone because like you think, okay, I pursued her, she told me no, she beat me up. A normal individual would just leave well enough alone. Not somebody like him, who feels like, I get what I want. I am a person that is above, because how dare she tell me no, you know? And we unfortunately see this not only in men like this, but we see this is unfortunately the culture in the men in sisters. So again, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, because I really want to talk about this. I really want to talk about this. Gary was like this too. And to a degree, I'll even take it a step further and say so was Aaron. Of course, Aaron is gone. We haven't seen Gary in a minute, but pretty much there is a plethora of the men in the culture of sisters. Zach don't even like the word no. Preston didn't like the word no either. People talk about this as karma, that the reason that Danni is going through all of this is because this is karma for what she did to Preston. But I'll even take it another step further and say that Preston didn't like no either. And he felt like that he was a white man in privilege. He was a privileged white man and felt like because of that, Danni should have just took whatever too. Now he didn't come out and flat out say that, but he did that, and we saw that when she started speaking up for herself. And when she did that, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm going differently here, but y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, because when she started doing that, and when she started setting boundaries and things like that, Preston actually went and got another woman. Went and got another woman and threw it in Danny's face, and was like, and he covertly did it and was like, hey, it's this girl, I've been knowing her my whole life, and if you don't marry me, or if you don't be with me, I'm actually gonna go marry her unless you tell me not to. What? But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I've been seeing a lot of comments about the cop, specifically the cop who keep coming at Danni. And again, the reason that he's doing that is because Danni simply said one word, no. And men do not like it when you say the word no. They like it till you do. They like it until you do. And here we go. It's like a switch go off in their head. And we have seen it among the plethora of men in the sisters universe, because they go berserk when you say no. And here we see it, especially with Danni. Because Danni is the one among the sister circle who uses her voice and says no. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Like and comment for more. I love y'all in real life, and I got more coming. Bye.